Good morning. This is the world's best health coach, and we're going to go over in this video how to do your 9-week customized program. And I got to start off with telling you, I'm so excited you're starting this, I'm going to call it a journey, because this can totally transform your life like nothing before. It can give you a new chance at health. It can make your body function like it used to. It can help you lose that weight, get that energy up, and do some incredible things for you. This program is amazing, but you have to follow it to the letter. If you skip one or two steps, if you cheat once a week, if you don't do what you're supposed to do or do things you're not supposed to do, you won't get good results. And you won't be happy, and you won't be satisfied, and you won't get to your goals. But if you follow this 100%, not only will you lose the weight that you want to lose, but you're going to have some incredible health reinventions. I want to reinvent your health and have a great, awesome next 10, 20, 30 years. Stick with this 100%. I'm going to go over this training. Also read the manual and journal when you're done to get it into your mind again. And then another week, read it again. The more things you do right, the better results you're going to get. Not just with your weight, but with your overall health. So this is a 9-week program. Remember, I'm going to give you a few things to get started with before you even do the program, because we got your body working better before we even get started. One of the things that most people are going to get is something called vitamin D3K2, or a D vitamin, and you might purchase on your own, and healthy fats to get your body ready to start losing the weight. If you need to do that, the vitamin D3, I will let you know. But definitely get a lot of healthy fats in, preferably for a week. And the healthy fats are in your journal and your manual, and it explains exactly what it is. If you go to page 10, and you'll see this is your manual and journal together. Page 10 on day 1, it lists under number 3 all the healthy fats. Olive oil, raw nuts, no peanuts, but raw nuts, butter, and let's make that grass-fed cow butter. The fat content in that is so much better than regular butter. Avocados is an amazing healthy fats. Almond butter, ghee, which is clarified butter. It's basically butter without the heavy solids in there, so it's even better for you. Make sure it's from grass-fed cows again if you get this ghee. Coconut oil. Coconut oil is a great healthy fat, one of the healthiest ones you can get. I'm going to give you the healthiest one in a second, but that's probably the second healthiest. Make sure you get at least 2 tablespoons of coconut oil in to your body a day. Consume it. Put it on a baked potato instead of butter. Put it in a smoothie. Whatever you have to do, put it in a coffee. Get it consumed into your body. Flaxseed, pumpkin seed. Salmon, wild salmon is best. If it's farm-raised salmon or fish, the content of the nutrients is not as good as if it's wild caught. I'm telling you flat out truth here. Tuna, grass-fed beef. The fat in there, just like the grass-fed butter, grass-fed cow ghee, the grass-fed beef, the fat is so much better for you and even cooks up so much differently. It tastes differently, and it smells different when you cook it. It smells actually good when you cook it. Lamb, cod liver oil, those are all great things. In addition to that, Bulletproof makes a great brain octane oil. It comes in a bottle where you can pour out a tablespoon if you want to, or it also comes in these little packets here. I like these packets because they're already pre-measured. This is a tablespoon, so if you get 2 of these per day, this is the best oil you can get. It's coconut oil on steroids, basically. It takes the best part of the coconut oil, which is an 8-chain carbon molecule, which is the best oil in the coconut oil, and that's all that's in here. So you get the best of the best. So if you get 2 tablespoons of this is like getting 5, 6, 7 tablespoons of coconut oil, but you get the real healthy fats in here. So this is the absolute best. A lot of people like to put this with coffee in the morning. They put it in a blender, mix it together, drink it. Like I said, you can cook with it. You can put it on baked potato instead of butter, but make sure you get some good healthy oil in. You can't get too much healthy oils. The week before, do as much healthy oils as possible. Get a ton of it, all right? All right, so if you look at your manual and journal, let's kind of go over this first, seeing how we're doing on time here. On the first page, it talks about purchasing a scale. I probably have already sent you a body fat composition scale you can get at your store or on Amazon Prime. It runs about a little less than $30. So don't spend a lot of money. There's an app that connects to your phone. Make sure if you have a smartphone or Apple phone, it goes with that phone, okay? This scale should take about 15 different measurements, including your weight, body fat, body water, how much fat's on the outside of your body, how much is on the inside of your visceral fat, your metabolism, your metabolic age. All these things are going to help us customize a program to make your body work better, okay? And this is the root of our program. Make sure you get some good cookware that's non-stick, don't get the old Teflon stuff, because that stuff comes off on your body. It's all toxins to your body. More things that's going to screw up your weight. Check all your personal care products for oils and sugars. This is very important that your personal care products do not contain oils or sugars, especially oils. Oils are going to be the biggest thing to mess things up for your body on this program. If you can eliminate oils, eliminate sugars, but especially the oils, because they hide in different places. I'm going to send you a video link about special things to look for with creams and moisturizers and ointments and things that might have oils in that you don't even think about. We don't want to put any oil on our food once we start the fat loss part of this. We don't want to put any oil on our body because it's going to go right through our skin, just like a medicated patch for nicotine. They put it on the outside of your skin, but it goes into your bloodstream. So if you put oil anywhere on your body, face, eyes, hair, hands, nails, skin, it's going to go into your bloodstream, and it's just like eating oil. And it's going to be the biggest thing to mess things up. So really watch out for oils. On this first page here, there's a website called InsideKellysKitchen.com. Go to Oil-Free Products tab. You hit that menu tab at the top, go to Oil-Free Products. Anything that's listed on there for personal care products, if you use those things, it goes great with this program and you won't have any problems. So I would suggest for like your shampoos and conditioners and body soaps and things like that, everything that you use should be on that list there at InsideKellysKitchen.com. It says, consider virgin coconut oil. That's the best. Sweet leaf stevia is awesome. For a sweetener, we don't want to use any artificial sweeteners. That's one of the biggest causes of Alzheimer's and weight problems a month or two down the road. So we don't want to screw up our weight 2 months from now. So stay away from artificial sweeteners. You're going to stay away from sugar because it's horrible as far as calories and it's horrible for your health. So get rid of sugars, get rid of artificial sweeteners. Stevia is great. Make sure you get a product that has the primary ingredient is stevia. If you're buying those most store stevias, most brands of stevia, if you look under the ingredients, the primary ingredient is not even stevia. It's dextrose or erythritol, which are sugar alcohols. Those are bad. We want stevia is good. We want stevia as a number one and basically the only thing in there. That's why I like the Sweet Leaf brand. If you go to Sweet Leaf Stevia on Amazon and order the clear, which is just regular formula, or you can get flavored, which is great, like lemon lime, the strawberry kiwi, the pink lemonade, the I think it's like a grape. There's a strawberry one. There's an orange mango one. Those are all really good things you can use to sweeten things, especially the apple cider vinegar drink that I want to tell you about in this journal that you're going to do each day. The stevias were great with that, but get the Sweet Leaf brand. I have no investment in Sweet Leaf. I wish I did because I send everybody, get Sweet Leaf, because that's the best one. It's almost all stevia in there, and that's a primary ingredient. So look on that first page. Don't skip that over. Second page, you're going to have a list of all your supplements here. The standard ones that most people get, and then also additional ones that we're going to put in on this page. And even these are standard for most people, we still might customize even those for you. So if you see something like this thing crossed out, that means don't take it. And also if you see like 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, cross out and it says 1 tablespoon. That's what's going to be best for you. So watch this. We're going to list all your supplements in one place here. And they're also going to be listed on the bottle as well. I'll go over that in a second. Let me show you how this works. So this explains the different supplements up here. And then these columns down here is going to have specific supplements that might be for you. Like you might have Thyrovin. If Thyrovin's on your list, it's going to be written here like on number 5. And then if there's a 1 in the first box, nothing in the second box, and a 1 in the third box, these different columns, the first column is morning. Hopefully you can see this here. The second column is lunch. Third column is dinner. So if you see a 1 in the first box, that means 1 at morning. See 1 in the second box, that means 1 at lunch. Hopefully that helps you understand that in a simple way. But it's also going to be written on the bottle. If it says 1M here, that means 1 morning. If it says 1L, it means 1 dinner, or sorry, 1 lunch. 1D means 1 at dinner time. Hopefully that's simple enough. So it's going to be written 2 places, on your bottle and all on this page here. So it's all together so you can look at everything right here. So before you even get started with day 1, make sure you do those healthy fats. If I told you to take vitamin D3, make sure you take that because we're going to build these healthy fats up in your body. And vitamin D3 is a healthy fat. And if you're taking vitamin D3, if I tell you before to start taking it, when we're done with this program, it means you probably need to take it all the time. Almost every single person on earth now can benefit from D3K2 because we don't get out in the sun enough. There's other environmental things that cause depletion of that vitamin D as well. So it's good to take long-term wise. But we'll go over that vitamin D3, K2 is an oil. So once we start the fat loss part, we're going to eliminate all sugars and all oils. So that vitamin D3, since it's an oil, we're going to stop that once we get into phase 2. So let's go to, and you can read in pages like 3 to 9, the different phases of this program and how to do things. And I want you to read these things. And I want you a week from now, come back and read those phases again, those first 10 pages. So everything's fresh in your mind because we're gonna go over a lot of information. And by the time we're done today, if your head's like spinning and saying, man, this is a lot of information, you're right, it is. That's why I give it to you in video so you can watch as many times as you want. You can read it in your manual as many times as you want to. Once you do it 2 or 3 times, it starts to make sense. If you still have questions, contact us because we can help you with that. But make sure you look at everything first. Watch the video a couple times, read the manual, journal once or twice, and that will really help explain things and make it make sense to you. So, day 1, if we had to do some things the previous days to get your body ready to lose weight, that's not day 1. Day 1's the day you're going to start really loading up on things. So if I told you to take vitamin D, if I told you to eat a lot of healthy fats for 5 days or 3 days or a week, whatever it is, at the end of that time, we're going to go to day 1. And day 1, we're going to do 3 things. We're going to start all these supplements that I sent you. And you're going to get a box with all the supplements in there. And it's not a fancy box with World's Best Health Coach all over it. We like to reuse things as much as possible. So you're going to see maybe an Amazon box or some other shipping box so we don't waste resources that we have that are so vital to our world today. So hopefully you can appreciate that. So if you go to day 1, we're going to do 3 things on day 1. Day 1's really the start of your weight loss. Although we're not going to really start losing weight to day 2. Day 1's where we're going to start really getting things cranked up and ready to go. Day 1 is phase 1. Phase 1 lasts 1 day. And in day 1, it's also called the load day. I like to call it the fun day because you can eat whatever you want. You're going to eat a lot of food. In fact, we want you to start taking all the supplements that we're going to go over with you, number 1. And number 2, I want you to eat every 2 hours maximum. Don't go more than 2 hours without eating on day 1. Start when you first wake up in the morning. Keep your body full all day long. Like if you just had a big meal and you're like, oh man, I'm full. I want you like that all day long. So start all your supplements, and we'll go over those in a second. Eat every couple hours, and it doesn't matter what you eat. I would prefer you just eat normal foods. Because you're not going to have ice cream for the next 40 days, I wouldn't say eat 2 gallons of ice cream. If you have some ice cream daily, then have some ice cream. I don't care about that. But keep your body full all day long. That's number 2. Number 3, those healthy fats that you've been loading up on, we're going to continue on day 1, but at a great level. Get a lot of healthy fats in. Remember, at least 2 tablespoons of coconut oil per day, or 2 tablespoons of this brain octane oil in every day, especially on day 1. If you have blood sugar issues, if you're a diabetic, if you get lightheaded or cranky or irritable or starving if you don't eat the next day until about noon, you're going to want to take the brain octane oil or the coconut oil, a tablespoon of one of those, right at bedtime on day 1 and at bedtime on day 2. So if that was anything that I listed as you, diabetic, pre-diabetic, you get cranky, irritable, you get lightheaded if you don't eat until noon the next day, then put down here at the bottom of day 1 tablespoon of coconut oil or brain octane oil. Also on day 2, at the bottom, write down 1 tablespoon of coconut oil or 1 tablespoon of brain octane oil. When you do this at nighttime, I don't want you having any food starting on day 2, so you're just going to chug it down. It's not going to be real pleasant, but you're going to have to do that once or twice and just chug it down. Because what we're going to do starting on day 2, we're not going to do any food at all until noon, starting from day 2 through day 40. You can have as much tea, coffee, and water as you want all day long, but no food until noon. So if you have sugar issues, you want to get that oil in at nighttime right before you go to sleep on day 1 and day 2. By day 3, you're not going to need to do that because your body's going to start correcting your sugar issues right away. And you'll be able to get through till noon without having some food in the morning. Also, your body will be in the fat burning really good. So by day 3, day 4, you'll be burning 1, 2, 3,000 calories of fat per day. And most of that fat is burnt in your body before noon. From 4 in the morning till noon are your prime fat burning times. So we don't want to interrupt it and put any food at all during those times. And your blood sugar by day 3, day 4 should be doing really good, where you don't need that brain octane oil or coconut oil at night before you go to bed. All right, so let's go back to page 2 with all your supplements. The top of the list, you're going to see weight loss drops. This is going to be your customized weight loss formula. It's going to have your name at the top. It's going to have your date at the bottom. It's not on this bottle, but yours will have that on there. And for you, if you're watching this video, you're going to do 5 drops of this 3 times a day. You're going to do this when you first wake up in the morning, about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and right before bedtime. This weight loss formula is the most important thing that you're going to be taking. So really follow these instructions really well. You don't want to have any food or water 15 minutes before or 15 minutes after you take your weight loss formula. No medications, no water, no food, no tea, no coffee, no anything. This is so important to be taken on an empty stomach. That's why we're doing it first thing in the morning, about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and right before bedtime. Also, you have to shake your bottle vigorously, violently. It's called succussing. So if you see that term under number 1 here, in the box that says 1, that's your weight loss formula. If you see that term succuss, that means hit your bottle really hard, about 8 or 10 times. That activates everything that's in here. So that's really important. You're going to take 5 drops of this. So you can take the dropper out here and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and just kind of watch it go in your mouth. Or you can put it into a spoon or like a little glass. The spoon is probably the best. Put 5 drops in the spoon and just put it in your mouth. Once it goes into your mouth, don't swallow it immediately. That's really important. You want to hold it under your tongue, preferably, for 2 minutes. The best absorption to help you lose weight and burn fat is through your tongue. If you swallow this right away, if you take this with water, if you take this with food 15 minutes before or after, it's not as good for weight loss. If you don't shake it, it's not as good for weight loss. Don't put this near a microwave. Don't put this in extreme heat either. So keep it in a normal environment. A lot of people, women will keep this in their purse, but carry with you throughout the day so you can remember to take it first thing in the morning, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and right at bedtime. You get busy during the day. I get busy during the day. I know how it is. If you don't set your phone alarm to go off at 2 o'clock in the afternoon every day or 3 o'clock, there's a good chance at some point in time you're going to forget to take this. So set your phone alarm to go off at least in the afternoon session each time. When it goes off, carry your manual and journal with you. And if you're on day 17, there's a place on each day to write down, check it off. Check off midday. I take it at 2 o'clock every day. I've got my phone alarm to go off at 2 o'clock. I'm going to take it at 2 o'clock every day. And we'll check it off. So when I get home after this crazy day I just had, and I'm sitting down on my couch at 7 o'clock at night and say, did I take those weight loss days today? This day was crazy. I don't even remember. You can go back and look on here. Yeah, I checked it off at 2 o'clock today. I missed taking it. This is so important to take when you need to take it, and so easy to forget when you get busy. You've got to check things off. The more you check everything off on here, the better your results are going to be. It's just a fact. If you check things off better, the more thorough you are with this, the more weight you're going to lose. If you don't do these things at all on here, if you don't check them off, you will not lose as much weight. Those are just the facts of what goes on. So to get the most from this program, write everything down, check everything off every single day. Write your food you had down on here. Write your calories. If you do that, you're going to lose more weight. And I see people that do 2-3 rounds of this and lose 100 pounds. Excuse me. And they might have trouble and get stuck in the second round. I'm like, are you filling this out every day like you did in the first round? They're like, not really, not as good. And I look at it and they haven't filled it out for the last 5 days. If you don't fill everything out, you will not drop as much weight. You want to get the most for your health, the most out of this program, the most to redo your life and reinvent your health. Check every single box. Do everything, single thing, write every single thing down. Does that make sense?